Hi, my name is Hans Langeveld for Longfield Gardens, and I'm going to show you today how to plant tulips. I'm going to explain how to plant tulips. I'm going to tell you what you're going to need to plant tulips, where to plant them. I'm going to talk a little bit about the bulbs themselves, and I'm going to talk about when to plant them and aftercare. What do I need to plant tulips? You're going to need a shovel, bulbs, and some nicely loosened soil with some organic matter if possible. How do I plant tulips? You can't plant tulips with the pointed ends up. It's a myth that it has to be planted with the pointed end up. Even if planted sideways or upside down, the sprout will still find its way up to the light, so it will be just fine. Then the planting distance is about 5 inches apart. That is center to center of the bulb, and with that space you can get about 2 bulbs in between the bulbs. Planting depth is about 6 inches, and that will be about a rule of thumb of 2 to 3 times the height of the bulb. When you plant, you want to plant in clumps of 10, 15 bulbs, and you don't want to plant them in rows, or you don't want to plant them too far apart, because that's not going to give you the show that you want in your garden. Where do I plant? You can plant in the full sun, in the full shade. This is an open border that is ideal for tulips. You can plant in cutting beds, in small borders, containers. Tulips are very versatile, you can plant them anywhere. These are nice and healthy tulip bulbs. This is the tip of the bulb, and that's what you want to plant facing upwards, because that's where the sprout is coming out of. These bulbs are nice and healthy. Although there is a couple of cracks in the skin, it doesn't really matter. They're perfectly nice and going to produce nice strong stems with strong flowers. This bulb doesn't have a skin, and it's still healthy, so it's not going to affect the size of the plant or the size of the flower. It just aesthetically doesn't look as nice as the ones with the skin. What you don't want to plant is a tulip that is soft and mushy, where that has a lot of mold. This one doesn't look all that good. It's got a big bruise with some surface mold, so you don't want to plant those. When do you plant tulips? In the fall, in October, November, preferably before the ground freezes. You want to make sure that the tulip actually establishes itself and makes roots, because it then has a better preparation to get through the winter and get a nice head start when it starts sprouting in the spring. Any aftercare after planting the tulips? You can water your tulips after you planted them, but that's only if you have very dry soil. In most areas and climate zones, you have enough natural rainfall for the tulips to get settled and form roots without any watering.